Assalamu alaikum. I am Abdul Muiz and today I am here to present a topic of is technology invading our privacy? What is privacy? Privacy is freedom of an individual to be in solitude, withhold his her private information and express on self selectively. The boundaries and content of what is private or public differ among cultures and individuals but still share common elements and constructs. When someone is private to a person, it usually means that something is inherently special or sensitive to him or her. The domain of privacy partially overlaps security, which can include the concepts of appropriate use as well as protection of information. Privacy may also take the form of bodily integrity and social dignity. Privacy in information age. With all around technological invasion in all sort of life activities, information privacy is becoming more complex by every passing minute as more and more data is being collected, transferred, exchanged, analyzed for positive and negative reasons. As the technology gets most powerful and invasive, it becomes more of a sensitive issue as it tries to blur a line between private or public. Even the business houses in the field facing a uphill task to protect the personal information of the customer safe. As a result, privacy has become the most delicate consumer protection issues in the age of information, which otherwise is a human right at first place. Privacy is neither secrecy or security. Secrecy is anything allowed by the society to keep private, but somebody is doing so. Whereas privacy is something which is allowed by the social to keep secret, while secrecy damages one's reputation. Privacy is necessary for it. Privacy is not security but quite close to it as security gets threatened in the event of loss of privacy. Security focuses more on protecting data from malicious attacks and the exploitation of stolen data for profit as done by some companies operating in technologies driven business. When we say security is necessary for protecting data, it's not sufficient for addressing privacy. Why privacy is important? For one's reputation. Privacy is basic need for maintaining reputation of a person, especially in case one is struggling indicates issues like health, financial status, relation in such sensitive things which if exposed can ruin one's life. We know life of AIDS victims has been so often devastated by just becoming the fast public. One may want to avail a loan for stabilizing one's financial position, but exposure of the fact can play havoc with his her financial dealing. Privacy is form of control with the person concerned. If it lose persons feels loss of control. The privacy means one's own world where interference of other would be taken as insecurity and going things beyond one's control. Respect of individuality. Respect of individual privacy is a social concept in which society gives us freedom to choose, have or own likes or dislikes and follows a thought. This runs as habitually to keep some sort of privacy which we feel is necessary to maintain our dignity in the society. This makes others to respect our genuine wishes, maintaining social boundary. Privacy also maintains our social boundaries and role of performing. The relation between husband and wife is different from brother and sister and with a colleague. It helps in maintaining social order, maintaining trust. If somebody uses a social networking sites or even Google or a mobile network, it is believed that nobody is watching his her activities. Trust is the agreement between the two parties which needs to be maintained to keep the clientele and relations intact. Now I will tell that how the technology is threat to our privacy. Violation in the name of security. It is the internet civilians or civilians of persons including GPS and radio frequency, biometrics and social networking, identity theft, sexual predators, stalking, employee tracking, employment fraud, online victimizations. Now, the summary. Research and development resources should be used to promote privacy enhancing technologies. Human Rights Council should initiate global declaration on data protection and data privacy. In this information era, technology cannot be ignored for doing well and preventing bad. Human rights violations are widespread in war-torn countries like Syria, Yemen, Iran, Afghanistan, and Libya, where satellite images will work best to record the evidence of human right violations. Countries like North Korea, Burma, who suppress their people and keep a closed system to hide the truth, we need to have some surveillance mechanism. Here, we should not face any question of right to privacy. Social media cannot be ignored to achieve the target of popularization of righteous conduct and violation to it. We see people record and share videos of excess committed by police and security force on innocent citizens or political or social activists. Social media is a very effective common man's instrument for expression, which sometime can even take for a social revolution. On social media, provision of making groups, discussion forums, blogs can really helping the cause of social and educational value. Terrorists are the biggest enemy of humanity. They need to be subjected to all sorts of biometry and surveillance. The need to post on social media, need to track by all means, and need to be destroyed by drone-like attacks. Forces like ISIL, Boko Haram, Al Shabaab, Taliban, etc. have no respect for other rights, so they don't deserve to have right to privacy or right to movement. For dealing these destructive forces, technology should be used to make their privacy public so as to keep humans and humanity safe and sound. Now, the conclusion of my whole topic is that technology is fascinating, powerful, and precise, but there are reasons to be cautious. Technology is not and never will be a panacea for resolving all the safety and security issues. Satellite imagery is not always a complete truth. It shows villages are burnt, but who burnt is not certain. It is needed to be certain by man giving due respect to other rights, including rights to privacy. We are still at initial stage of understanding the power of technology for rights movement. The potential is enormous, no doubt, but it is vital that activists should adopt no harm approach characterized by rigorous, judicious, and transparent use of modern technology. If there is doubt so its safety, reliability, or the ethical implications of its use, rather it should not be used. Thanks a lot for listening.